So cool to be here.
I
Oh my
know,
God.
I'm so
I'm
happy to
excited.
be in Toronto.
Oh my God.
Loving it.
Yeah.
I love this city.
Is
I
it-
can't get enough.
Is it different from New York?
Coming from New York, it's like a breath of fresh air. I love my city. You know, I've been there like over 15 years now, but there's like a refreshing air to Toronto.
Yeah.
You know, in every way, shape, and form. You know, I mean, this is a large city, but New York is like its own entity, right? And it's like hustle, and a lot of pollution, and like, you know, so Toronto's like a cleaner, chiller version of New York.
You know, the thing that's so funny is that a lot of Torontonians want to be New Yorkers. They don't think they're cool enough
I've noticed
to
that.
be Torontonians. They're always looking
Right.
for respect from New York. And New
Right.
York loves Toronto. Toronto loves New
Right.
York. It's all good.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
We cool too.
Well, cheers,
Well,
girl.
cheers, girl.
To Toronto.
Yeah, and to Tea Time.
To Tea Time.
Tea Time is our new show.
It is.
We love Tea Time. Why? Because I love tea
You love
and gossip.
You love the tea.
I do.
And I like to hit off of a tee in golf. I've been playing
You're
golf
an avid golf pro, right?
since 3 years old. I have 6 uncles, and 3 out of the 6 of my uncles are golf pros.
So a lot of people don't know about Lauryn G, that you are born in Brownsville, Texas.
I'm from South Texas. I'm a
man.
Texas girl. So I'm a small town girl, you know, in theory, but a big city girl at heart.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love my Brownsville.
Yeah.
Peace, love, and happiness to Brownsville. It's the best city to grow up in the world. But I'm happy to be in the big city.
Texas strong.
Yeah, I'm so Texas strong.
Texas strong.
God
Cheers
bless
to Texas
Beto
strong.
O'Rourke.
Beto is going to come and save us, baby. I love him. He is
Yeah.
so good. He's so smart.
He is.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's just talk about what's trending right now.
let's do it.
So,
The news.
Yeah.
Let's get to the news.
Let's get to the news in question. So,
Right.
gun control, what's happening with gun control right
Oh
now?
my
Because
gosh.
I'm stressed.
Well, I want to know like the difference between Canada and the States, right? Because I'm born from you know, born in Texas,
Right.
raised in Texas. My dad had like literally a gun case in his little study where he's an avid hunter, right?
Yeah.
He would hunt the deer. He would bring back the venison sausage, and we would all just partake in this sport. It's a sport, right? So people are carrying them, like, right?
Yeah.
on their bodies in the States, and it's just like nothing. So what are you thinking about this? I mean, because for me, it's disturbing. It's very disturbing. We've got the mass shootings going
it's too
on
much.
this
I
last
can't-
year.
My heart can't handle it practically. Like every time I hear about another drill that kids are having in their classrooms to circumvent active shooters, I mean, I'm just stressed out by that. And someone was saying in the paper the other day that they'd hired someone to come and do an active shooter drill, and it was more confusing than when they came in. They're like, no one knew what anybody else was supposed to do, and
Right.
they were supposed to leave feeling more secure, and I think they left feeling more confused. And, you know, I have a little one. I'm like, you know, we need to get her back to Canada because this is not the norm. This will never be okay. And I'm just all for political candidates who are furthering the concept of stricter gun laws, because someone like Elizabeth Warren loved that concept.
That's right.
These are smart ideas. We don't need to live in that type of society.
That's correct.
What do you think?
Well, I think, you know, the National Rifle Association needs to be cut off from
production.
all political figures at this point, because it's just history in the making that they've been kind of conjoined since the Reagan administration, and they've kind of thrived off of each other, right, in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if we get to like local politics and kind of crush out the laws there, then hopefully, you know,
there's room for
as
growth.
a country, we can, you know, follow the chain of command for the better.
Right. Well, you know what they say, when there's extreme darkness, when there's one ray of light, there cannot be darkness, right? So we need to overpower with light.
And what Suzanne Sugarbaker says, right?
Yeah.
Designing Women, old school. She said, you know, I come from a family of hunters, right? And I've never known any hunter in the South that would kill a deer with an AK-47.
That's it.
You use an AK-47 to hunt humans.
Like,
which
what are you
is
going
so
to do?
sad.
Pop the guy like 40 times the deer.
They're made for
I mean,
war.
it's made for war.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It has no place.
No place.
That is not for human flesh. That's for like total destruction. And when you're in a negative mindset and negative pattern, which we'll talk more, what do we know about tea time? Like, what will listeners expect from our amazing show, you guys? Because we really have a dope show.
We're so excited.
For real.
And we're not usually this political. It's just today we're just feeling a little like, right? Yeah. But yeah, so our whole theme is, or our whole idea for the show is to go to Toronto local businesses and promote them in any way, shape, or form. So we can go to a furniture, home goods store, right? And talk about Izzy's, for example, in your neck of the woods, in your hood.
Yeah.
And, maybe we'll have listeners call in, we'll ask a certain question regarding a show from previous recording, and whoever calls in and answers the question first will get
the prize,
right? We're going to bars, we're going to restaurants, we're going to, convenience stores.
Because we love entrepreneurs.
And we're going to film on set, and we're going to promote local business.
Entrepreneurs and business, right? And so my background is a publicist. So I'm with Zebra Public Relations. We're based in Toronto, Boston, and New York.
Right.
And so strong ties to each of those three locations. And we just love entrepreneurs. And we coach entrepreneurs how to get out there, how to be visible, how to make it in your business, in your industry. And that's what we love to talk about.
Right.
So it's about tea time, about sipping tea and talking gossip, and about like people who are shady and fake, and like, but people who are awesome too, right?
Yeah.
But for tea time, in your sense, it's kind of like what?
It's golf. It's like going on the golf course.
What do you
grabbing
talk about
a beer.
on the golf course?
Well, sometimes business. I mean, that's like the norm, right?
Yeah.
Businessmen get up, get their gear on,
and business women do
and
too.
Business women and get their gear on and start playing on the course. For me, I was just born into that society. So we literally would play beer golf at like 21 years old. And that was our fun game, to like go out there, have some beer, hit the ball,
I want to golf
enjoy, laugh, good laughs, having fun.
You.
So and that was our normal.
So what's coming up this week? We got to talk Oscars.
We're going to do arts and entertainment.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to talk Oscars, Grammys, maybe a little bit of trash.
Maybe a little trash.
You guys are into the hello. Let there be light.
Let there be light. Where are we on time?
So yes. So basically, we what was I saying? Oh, so arts and entertainment.
Oscars,
We're going to talk a little bit of trash TV, because we need to know what's going on with reality TV right now, and we call it our trash segment. Trash talk.
Yeah, we do.
Trash talk.
We do call it trash talk.
Trash talk, right?
Well, we love trash talk because we have to talk realness, right? Like what's happening on 90 Day Fiancé, what's happening on what was that boat show that I love? Real Housewives.
Oh, Below Deck.
Below Deck. I love Below Deck.
Someone almost died, unfortunately.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
My heart was in my mouth.
I know.
Couldn't even
This is
handle it.
reality, guys. If you're
reality.
on a yacht and you don't know what you're doing, you could drown.
You could fully drown. And I'm like, those anxiety types, like sometimes I have high anxiety, what's going to happen?
Right.
And they really keep me there at that level.
Definitely.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
Yeah.
Other than that, we will have our, information, discussion on business. We need to talk business.
Well, I love business. Business is everything. Let's talk money. Let's talk accounts. Let's talk checks, as Cardi B would say. She's like, I like checks. I love checks. I love making it rain. Make it rain. Get the money. You're an entrepreneur. You're in business.
What was the other thing? Oh my gosh, have you seen the Fire Festival documentary?
My God, that was crazy.
We have to talk that business tactic, because I don't even know if that's a tactic or a scheme.
Oh my God.
So we need to talk business principles. I know you're the lady that is perfect for that. So you need to discuss.
We will.
Let us know how it went wrong.
Let me tell you,
how
because
this
I have a
plan
lot to say.
That could have been so magnificent went wrong. Right?
We're going to talk business ego. Sometimes the business owner that has a little bit of an ego and they can't let certain things go, kill the darlings or whatnot.
Right.
And sometimes as a business owner, you're just stressed out and you're not like utilizing everything that's around you. There's so much around you that you can use to make yourself better. So these are tactical tips, tricks, tools to make sure that you're operating at your highest, right? And we're constantly in a period where we're course correcting as humans. It's just the way it is. It's just we're designed like that.
Absolutely.
None of us are perfect.
Yeah.
Me included.
No. all of us included.
Yeah.
So then we'll always end with an interview, a guest interview, someone in the local Toronto area that is inspirational to us, that motivates us, right? That we're inspired by. So today, I think I'm going to interview Kojenwa, right? Because we need to know more about Kojenwa. She can interview myself. And then moving forward, wherever we decide we're going to, do the show.
Maybe it's Thailand.
Well, eventually it'll be global.
Maybe it's Barbados.
Toronto's so big.
It
So
is
let's
good
bless
city.
Toronto
Blessings.
for a while. Yeah.
For Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we just end with our interview section, right?
Yeah.
So we have some really special
juicy
guests that are coming on board.
Oh my God, the guests are too good, and we love, we've had different guests on for different events that we've put on, but we just have a plethora of people. I happen to be, loving the entertainment scene. So I love good actors that I want to interview, musicians, people in the arts, people who have come to us over the years who love the arts or who are successful in their businesses. They're cracking that 6-figure, 7-figure bracket. And we know many entrepreneurs out there are dying.
There's success stories. So many success stories in Toronto. So we will showcase them.
And share them.
And just... it'll be a lot of fun.
Tea time.
TEA? TEA/TEE. Because sometimes you gotta talk some business.
You gotta swing.
Talk some business.
Better swing. Is that's
more baseball.
That's baseball.
Yeah.
That's Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Fenway. Fenway Park.
Park. You park your car in Harvard Yard.
Yeah.
How would you say that in Toronto?
So you park your car. Oh my God! How do you say that in New York? You're like, you park.
It's kind of the same. It's like, yo. What are you doing there?
What are you
on
doing?
The side of the road? Get out of here!
Yeah.
Get out of here!
And my dog, and I had to hail the cab, and I had to get my daughter. I get my daughter from the school.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Justin. Oh shit. Is that on? Hi, my name is Justin Williams, and I operate a podcast called The Gift of Gab. Now, some of you have been asking me, Jay, where do you get your material from? And I'll tell you, I get it from 3 different sources. Number 1, various news outlets. Number 2, personal experiences. Yeah, I met him. He was drunk. And third, other people's pain and suffering.
Donald Trump is the President of the United States.
Tell them that we love them.
He's their president. So tune into The Gift of Gab. You can download it here at iTunes, or you can stream it at thetorchgta.com. Right here. Cheers.
Right, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. That was cool. So let's just talk about arts and entertainment, because you know that we come from an arts and entertainment background, right?
Absolutely.
Having lived in New York and loved the arts and Broadway and everything to do with the arts. What can we say about the Grammys? Like, everybody's been buzzing about what's been going on. And
I mean, for the first time in a long time, I really enjoyed the Grammys.
Yeah, me too.
This year.
You know what? It was dope.
Every single artist, I was like, okay, I can get with that. They may not be my fave, but I really do, I can appreciate.
Yeah.
That they're super talented.
Yeah.
And I think for a while, the Grammys were getting a little boring.
I know. I loved Alicia Keys as a host, man.
God. She was so
I love her.
Peace, love, and happiness, and I mean, I think that's what we really need right now.
She's always been that way.
At this day and age, in this time.
Juncture.
But so genuine, and so freaking talented, that woman. And she doesn't wear an ounce of makeup. I mean, you got to give her props for that.
Yeah,
This woman is stunning.
No, she is.
But she was super, just a good ray of light, for the show, for sure. I mean, she was a little, I don't know, like just a little junior.
Yeah.
Like she's learning.
Yeah.
But she's
learning the
sweet.
ropes.
Sweet thing.
Yeah.
So
I met her
performers.
backstage. I remember meeting her
did
backstage
you?
at the Global Citizens event. She was
When
just
was
about to
that?
go on stage. I think the year was maybe 2014 or 15, and she was in New York
Sweet.
City. And
Oh.
I go, can I take a picture with you? She's like, I'm just about to go on stage, but after, okay? I was like, okay. You know, it's like, you're amazing.
Yeah, she's cool.
But there's been a lot of backlash about Jennifer Lopez performing for the Motown
Right.
segment.
Yeah.
Because she's a Hispanic woman.
Correct.
But she's got that flavor, I feel like.
I mean,
you know?
a woman
She's born in
is-
the Bronx.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. And
Yeah,
as a matter of fact,
she got it.
who was the legend that performed with her? Oh my gosh.
The Fantasia came on.
Quincy Jones? No.
No.
Smokey Robinson.
Smokey Robinson.
It was Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
Of course. He was like, well, if you can't accept this, then you're just a stupid human being.
Right. It's like, that's what
I
he
was like,
said.
well,
yeah.
if Smokey says that, then maybe I shouldn't say anything.
Smokey.
However, I feel like it should have been performed by an African American. There's so many amazingly talented African American women out there.
Yeah.
You know, and although Jennifer Lopez is exceptionally talented in her own right, she may not have the best voice.
Yeah.
You know, she still like rocked it out dance-wise. She's a natural performer.
Yeah.
Natural performer. So you got to give her credit for that. However, I just feel like I would have hired someone else.
Who would you have hired?
Beyonce.
Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on
Right.
and on.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
so many. Even
I
Cardi.
actually expected to see Beyonce. I was surprised that I didn't see more of B at the
Right.
Grammys.
Right.
Yeah.
So, no, absolutely. She was she was not one of my favorites. I mean, I kind of had higher expectations for the whole. I didn't think that she was going to perform the entire time.
Right, the entire medley.
If it were a little snippet, great, cool. But it was like her the entire time.
So what do you think of Cardi B? Because Cardi B like fully showed up as a pearl and an oyster. I was like, girl, please.
I mean, all of the set design was impeccable this time around. They lacked for nothing. I was like, everything was on point in that respect. I feel like, she did a great job. I mean, I got a mad love for Cardi B, but I feel also that she might have been lip syncing.
Yeah.
And I think that was the word around that she was
like,
lip
I've been going to
syncing.
checks. I've been going to checks. I got money in my checks. Like, I really want to do a rap, just to get it out. Because
We've always wanted to do our rap.
We're gonna do a rap song.
It's going to happen.
Okay.
But no, but I think she did great.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's good, man.
I got
She's
mad
good.
love for her. If anyone can stand up to Donald Trump the way she did.
Oh, give
in
it to
her,
me,
in
please.
her
That's what I'm
way,
talking
in her
about. She
very
gives
special
it every
way.
time. She
then
cusses.
She's on
In a
pretty good in my book.
That's what I'm talking about. I like her, and she said no to Super Bowl, which is a huge deal because that is money and checks in your bank account. That if I ever saw any, if you're saying no to the Super Bowl, you have money. You don't have to worry about it, and you're not stressed out. Yeah,
that's right. Another great performer always is Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
I mean that woman literally stole the show.
Yeah, and Cardi's doing now what Lady Gaga used to love to do, was to perform on the red carpet and deliver like something.
Yeah, and Lady Gaga still performs on the red carpet, and she's still like. The great thing is that everyone was expecting her to come as her character.
Yeah.
In A Star Is Born, which is very much so at the beginning, especially very country rock kind of feel. But for this particular, setting, she just, laid it out in Lady Gaga fashion, was so edgy, so cool. She was rocking it out. Her voice was impeccable. Like literally my expectations were filled. My cup was filled.
I loved it. And
She's
I love that
amazing.
she stands for mental health and mental wellness, because that's a big deal here in Canada. We really care about your mindset. If your mindset is not good, even as a business owner or someone who is running something, like nothing else is good. And that's a big difference. It's like if you care about mental health, then everybody is well. Because your mind is in a better position, right? So I appreciate that she could talk about that with no issue.
For sure. And I mean, it is a theme in the movie. So I love that that's what she's trying to promote. She could promote anything, and this is what she's promoting.
That's it.
And that's what a good artist should always do.
So what's coming up with the Oscars? Because that's like coming up around the bend, and now we're done. And it's like, who won? Who took it?
You'll probably hear this segment after. So these are our predictions. Let's see if we're
Okay,
right or wrong.
let's do it.
Right? We'll see. Let's just discuss the three top. nominations, which are Best Picture, Best Actress, and Best Actor. Who do you think? Are you up to date or not?
I'm not
really?
up to date. I need to be. I really am dying to see Mary
It's been
Queen
one
of
of
Scots,
those
which
years
is not made
already.
it.
Is fast. Like the Oscars already. Like what happened?
Who knows? I don't
Yeah.
know. But we live for the red carpets.
Yes.
This we know. So there's The Favorite coming up, which is like just a little story about Queen Anne, isn't it?
Correct.
And I love period films. Like I love period
Yeah,
films.
it's
I'm
done so
desperate to see
impeccably.
it.
It's one of those films that you just like walk out and you feel something.
Yeah.
Even if it's not positive so
you
much,
feel
you just
something.
feel it. I had a little bit of anxiety, to be perfectly honest. But it was one of those things that like when you walk out and you're just keep thinking about it over and over, it had an impact on me. So it was a good movie.
And what about Black Klansman? That's
I
Spike Lee
haven't seen
coming
that
back
one,
again,
but
right?
I think I'm going to watch it tonight,
let's
actually.
do- oh my
because I
God,
have to
let's
watch
get
it
it.
before Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably want to watch it tonight.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and then we have, of course,
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Okay, saw
Yeah.
that. Broke the $1 billion mark. Like
Right.
Marvel never even thought that it was possible. And
Right.
then it was like, it's done. It's a done deal.
Yeah.
Kudos to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thank you to Cheryl Boone Isaacs, who is one of the Oscar directors who's responsible for #OscarsSoWhite. Like,
Yeah.
let's get people of color
Right.
up for these nominations.
I love it.
I mean, I love that she's an integral part of ensuring that all artists are seen and represented in film, because we are
Absolutely.
a diverse population.
Very diverse and talented population. Everyone, that is talented. Excluding race, age, sex, whatever. If you're talented, you should be out there. You should be doing work. You should be paying. You should be getting paid for your job.
Correct.
So, so my my predictions are going to be for Best Picture.
Okay.
Roma.
Okay, yeah, Roma was dope. Like, if you haven't seen Roma, check it out on Netflix. It's probably still available. Okay, if your ass cannot get to the theater, then just open up your next Netflix.
Absolutely, it's so easy.
And go look at a film. It's done
I felt
in
almost
Spanish.
guilty for watching it for free because it was such a stunning film. And actually, while watching it on Netflix,
No,
I
but
was
it's
thinking,
done by Netflix.
I wish,
Netflix was the
I know, but I was
distributor.
wishing that I could see it in the
Me too.
in the
Me
movie
too.
theater,
Me too.
right?
Me too.
But I'm saying,
Me too.
regardless of whether it wasn't a Netflix original, but I'm just saying that it was I just felt like guilty for watching such an impeccable movie.
Oh my God.
Through Netflix.
Yeah.
Like you go and pay $14, $15 to watch a movie like that.
I agree.
At a foreign film cinema.
Yeah, I agree.
So Best Actor.
Okay.
I'm hoping for Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Just because
Star is Born.
A Star is Born, because he was just so beautiful in that movie. He completely transformed himself.
Yeah. Wow.
But I have a feeling it's going to be
Reminds
Rami
me of
Malek.
Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club when he did that thing. I was like,
that was
God, help me. Yeah, he was really good. Okay. So,
It's going to be Rami Malek, though, I think, for Bohemian Rhapsody, which for me was not really
I don't like remakes. I just can't get there quite. It's just not my vibration. I don't know.
Right. Best Actress? It's got to be Olivia Colman. That woman was crazy.
So she was in?
She was in The Favorite.
Okay.
And she played Queen Anne.
Oh, damn.
And she
I like
was
crazy
insane.
queens. Yeah.
I mean, going from one
wanna
facial
do it.
expression to another, within seconds.
I love
you're
it.
just like, this woman is literally
Delivering.
impeccable. Like when
need
you
it.
just are sitting in the movie theater in complete black and your mouth is hanging open.
with
You're
the
like,
drool hanging
did
out.
she really just do this? And trust me, she's not a very beautiful sight to see in this movie, but it doesn't even matter. She's just her performance, above and beyond.
I love it.
Impeccable.
Oh, I can't wait.
The Favorite is
Okay.
definitely
Is the
a must
favorite.
see. Is the favorite.
Is the
well,
favorite.
I loved A Star Is Born.
Okay.
I have to say.
Yeah. Okay, great.
So that's the Oscars.
Oh my God.
So get ready.
Get ready. Get your sequence. You're sequenced.
I got mine today.
Get your sequence.
I do. With my Harley Davidson.
Most people don't know.
Shout out to
sequence.
Jamie Newman.
Jamie Newman. What is bored?
So trash.
Lisa Vanderpump. LV. Real Ranch.
Okay,
I call
so
it Ranch. Real Housewives of New Jersey.
This is our arts and entertainment section, which is not really arts and it's more entertainment.
Okay.
We call it Trash TV.
Trash talk.
Trash talk.
Trash talk TV.
Because it's really
it's
trashy
trashy.
TV
Sorry.
that, it's
We
our
have to
guilty
get through,
pleasure.
yeah.
We have
through
to
it.
turn off our brains and turn on the TV.
Yeah.
Basically.
To look at nonsense.
To look at nonsense.
Comment.
And to do a character analysis.
Mm-hmm.
Right? To study human beings.
Thank you. And human nature.
And human nature.
Yeah.
And some people may say to make yourself feel better about
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
Because some of those people are crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so like Real Housewives, we've got a lot going on
God.
right now on Bravo with Andy.
So Lisa Vanderpump, I feel so bad that her brother just committed suicide. Like literally, if you need help, and I know I've been there, definitely reach out to somebody who can help you. Call someone, call a friend, call anyone who supports you, and just reach out to them and let them talk to you because the stress is deep, and we know that it's true. Okay,
That's
so
right.
Hearts out to Lisa V.
Yeah,
for that.
absolutely.
That sucks, man.
Yeah,
sorry about that. Okay, what else? So
well, we had other housewives issues.
I'm still not feeling Dorit.
Yeah, she's not really she's never been my character.
No.
I would never ask her out for cocktails or anything.
Yeah,
she just seems
like
she still talks like this, and everything is very like
precise,
precise, and very specific.
Yeah, and I never said that. Speaking in absolutes.
No.
It's not really.
That's not our
gig.
That's not our gig.
Real talk.
No.
Real talk and true talk. And so our kind of person is more like I don't know.
I mean, maybe Kyle if anyone. She's been
and
more.
She's beefing with Lisa recently.
She has been.
Yeah.
And I think it's because poor Lisa is just like not in a good space right now.
I know.
And I do love my Vanderpump. You know, I love her, but I feel like sometimes she does manipulate the situation and she is very calculating in certain ways, as Kyle has mentioned in the past.
Pointed out rightly.
I do love Lisa, but I feel like since she's
right.
the eldest, she feels like she has like a little bit of,
yeah,
exactly.
That entitlement.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going on with Beverly Hills, and
what about New Jersey?
Oh my gosh, New Jersey! I didn't think that I would watch New Jersey this season because it started off a little weird. I'm like, oh, there's no drama. It's kind of weird. Like Teresa's like all zen and doing yoga now, and like being totally kind of chill.
Her husband's about to be deported apparently. So will she go back to Italy after he committed this fraud crime?
Yeah. See, real life. Is like reality TV is not always real life, right?
Yeah.
So we're not even going to know like what's going to happen when her husband gets out of jail, whether or not he's going to be saved by his lawyer or if he's going to have to be deported to Italy.
Yeah.
Who
knows? Time will tell. Time is the great equalizer, I feel.
They did have some funny characters though on Jersey. What's the new one? The Turkish lady.
Oh, the Turkish one. Jennifer was her name. Yeah,
Jennifer?
with the house bigger than the palace.
She was hilarious.
Yeah, so crazy.
She can't handle her liquor.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like,
and she
if
knows
you go
this.
to Mexico and you can't handle tequila,
you're done. You're
then
finished.
you are literally going to have some issues on film because you're being filmed.
Yeah.
So either know that you can handle your tequila or don't drink it. Don't drink it. Or if you drink it, don't be filmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was so funny.
Yeah.
When she was like, she turned into the alternate monster at one point, right?
Yeah, she did. She's her alter ego. Is she happy, do you think? Fundamentally? I mean, she's
probably
got 5
not,
kids.
because you don't get, she might have, it might just be
husband's always away. You know what I mean? Like, it's always something.
Could be that, she
she
it could just be a stress relief type of thing.
There are many questions left unanswered each and every day. Where did that noise come from?
Okay, where the ghost stories originate. Supernatural phenomena. My name is Gabriel Garucci, and you're watching Paranormal Questions.
Let's talk business.
We're talking business.
Okay, so let's talk about the business.
Oh my God.
Because I've been hearing around town about this fire festival, Fire with the Y. R-E.
Oh, that's
and
the whole
Billy
documentary
McFarland
scene that's
yes.
happening right now. They made 2 different documentaries on this.
Oh my
Can you
God,
imagine
that was
they
crazy.
were rivaling because it was like such good,
Such a big
meaty,
story, good juice.
yeah, good
Yeah.
meaty like story for everyone to like sink their teeth into.
And, about the
And
business.
I didn't see the one. I think it was on Hulu.
I didn't see
the
Hulu.
one on
I did see Netflix. Yeah, the Fire Festival.
which I heard they had 2 good points.
Okay, the festival that never was. So technically,
Business.
for those of you who have not heard about the Fire Festival, and again, we talk about entrepreneurship, entrepreneurs, business in general, deals that are made.
Right.
You know, what we would talk about on the golf course anyway. And so Billy McFarland had decided he was going to create an enclave and a club for people who are wealthy and have, you know, money to spend for exquisite access to this place. In the sun.
Let me take a drink on that.
Take a
Seriously.
drink. Just have a sip. Because you were supposed... But the thing is he got all the models to do the promotional work on
Right.
Instagram. So people, please remember that Instagram is all about your image. Like, there are people, like, posing for 10 years to get the perfect photo so that you can feel badly about
Right.
your own life.
Yeah, basically.
So just keep that in mind, right?
Yeah.
It's Instagram. It's
It
all
is.
image.
It is.
Right? And what is image is not necessarily so.
Reality.
So then he had paid the modeling agencies, both like, you know, all the modeling agents, Kendall's modeling agency, Bella Hadid, $1.7 million to do this promotion on the Instagram about
Right.
the Fire Festival. And all they had to post was like an orange screen with their hotness superimposed on it, talking about this is going to be the best festival. So what happened?
Well, what happened was a disaster.
A disaster ensued.
It was distorted. It was literally a distorted business tactic. It was distorted because in his own brain, he thought that perhaps he could create everything that was supposed to go on, which was like 5-star resort, villas, and like in this abandoned, what was it?
It was a desert island,
deserted island.
So the first mistake.
That was the first mistake.
The first mistake.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell
Was
me
that he had bought Pablo Escobar's island. So he thought Pablo Escobar had this certain type of cachet
Right.
that would make it.
Or he was
going
gonna
to
rent
say.
it. He was gonna
Or he's
rent
gonna
the
rent
island.
it.
Right.
Right. He's going to rent Pablo Escobar's island. And they said specifically in the non-disclosure agreement, do not mention that this was formerly Pablo Escobar's island. Like, that will nullify the contract. What does he do?
Right.
He wants to impress his friends and show off that he's so fabulous and he's connected to the mob elite. And he puts on the advertising, this is Pablo Escobar's island. So they cut the contract.
Of course. The first thing they tell you to not do, you do. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
See you.
See you later.
Yeah.
Long time. Okay, so then that's done. So then now he has to find another island with no infrastructure on
Right.
it. It's like virginal practically. They have to institute the sewage, the electric, the whole thing. You're going to have 500 to 1,000 people living on that island
Right.
for how many days? And you don't have anything. All of your urban planning is not ready.
Correct.
And you
So-
don't listen to your urban planner.
Right.
Okay.
And that's the thing.
So that's the thing.
we talk about like business principles,
Okay,
right?
yes.
So what was his mistake when the experts were trying to, let him know this is what you should do and this is what you shouldn't? What was his first mistake?
His first mistake is you have to listen to the experts. The reason why you hired
Duh.
them in the beginning.
I mean, come on.
Duh. Hello.
Come on.
Something's not.
But he was so, like, in his own
egomaniac.
mind.
There's certain egomaniacs. Like,
In his own
certain
mind.
bosses are egomaniacs.
So
and they're crazy.
let's get through it. So what happened?
So what happened?
What happened?
You didn't listen to the urban planner that you need sewage, you need electric, you need food on the island. They had to fly food in, cater it in. People are
Catered.
catered in.
Later
right?
on, we're gonna have the
A
discussion.
cheese sandwich that's sloppy.
It was a cheese
Please
sandwich
show the cheese
in a
sandwich.
styrofoam.
It's not even
container.
good for the planet. Okay, first of all,
Gosh, that's
I'm
so
from
wrong.
Canada, and you
It's
don't
so-
even
it's
use
true.
styrofoam.
I know. It was so
Sloppy.
crazy.
Sloppy.
So the villas. The villas
God.
were
So the villas were
makeshift
actually
tents
tents that you put up
with a mattress inside.
in the backwoods of
What was the problem? The problem was that the night before the guests were supposed to arrive,
Yeah.
there hadn't been a storm in 2 months.
2 months.
Something like
Yeah.
this. And what?
God was laughing.
God was laughing.
Laughing at them, laughing at their asses about how much work they were putting in. They don't sleep. You're not sleeping. Your shit's not organized. You're all over the place.
So they see they see the cheese sandwich on Instagram from some random that had never gotten more than 15 likes in his life, and then it went viral.
It went viral. This is the cheese sandwich that I'm eating at the Fire
all of
Festival.
The bands pulled out.
What a disaster.
And everything it was literally mass chaos.
Mass pandemonium. And the thing is, they were on the brink of pulling this thing off, technically. Because technically, the thing is, when people got on the flights, they were supposed to be chartered private jets.
Right.
They'd hired one commercial jet to put everybody on it, back and forth, do the rounds.
And the school bus, the old school buses.
Oh, no! Don't do it. Please don't do it.
What a nightmare.
Okay, so I'm embarrassed, personally.
So then what happens after everything transpires and the guests are there?
Okay, so the guests are there. They're hungry. First, they feed them liquor. Like, pour the liquor down your throat because possibly you will not remember this day.
Yeah. That's what we would do, at least. We'd be like, okay, take me out of this reality, like, immediately.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, what happened to the man
that
everyone was looking up to for guidance?
Like, if I backtrack a bit, you go to your villa, quote unquote, but it's a tent. Then you get upset because you don't know what it is. It's soaked. It's a disaster. There are no sandwiches even for you, but you're wasted. So, and I'm hangry when I'm wasted. I need some French fries and I need a hamburger.
Who isn't? Yeah.
So then they can't get their accommodation. Some people are like throwing people out of their villas not to be around them. And then Billy, after he's been pulled down for this fraud, is now trying to fraud again to get people to buy tickets for Madison Square Garden, whatever he's pawning from off his cell phone.
So he continues after he was charged and released from prison. Which is
rare.
Already something that we have to discuss is horrible.
Yeah.
Then he continues to scheme.
Oh my God.
So how are these business quote unquote people doing these things and continuing to be able to do it after they're indicted?
He's got a really good pitch. He's got a really
he's a scam artist.
He's a scam artist.
So in business principles, basically, I mean, give us like a little bit about like when you're a business owner, like what, maybe just like one little tidbit of advice. Because I think like he could have
succeeded. It could have been successful. That's an interesting thing about this particular story, because it could have been successful if he had gone down the right path. Same thing with Madoff. Like, you can make a lot of money in hedge funds and investments. You can do all that. But if you're greedy and your greed supersedes, then you're done. You're finished.
Justin. Oh, shit. Is that on? Hi, my name is Justin Williams, and I operate a podcast called The Gift of Gab. Now, some of you have been asking me, Jay, where do you get your material from? And I'll tell you, I get it from 3 different sources. Number 1, various news outlets. Number 2, personal experiences. Yeah, I met him. He was drunk. And third, other people's pain and suffering.
Donald Trump is the President of the United States.
Tell them that we love them.
He's their president. So tune into The Gift of Gab. You can download it here at iTunes, or you can stream it at thetorchgta.com. Right here. Cheers.
I
Inspire, motivate, and
inform.
Yeah, which is what we do, right?
Interview portion.
Interview.
So
Yeah, no,
No, you
I was
go.
going to say, so that every session we are looking to interview business owners who love what they do. I am a lover of entrepreneurship. I'm an entrepreneur myself, okay?
Right.
So my specialty is like living for entrepreneurs who are doing their work in this world, making the world a better place, happy about the fact that they're here, loving their life, working on their own passions. What about you?
No, same. I like definitely, am motivated by especially women that decide, one day I'm going to break off from the everyday 9 to 5 and pursue my dreams. And whether that's being an entrepreneur, whether, that's being something in the arts, it doesn't matter. Like, just pursue your dreams. Absolutely. So I'm just excited to follow your lead in Toronto and visit some of the local businesses and support them.
Yeah.
And in the same process, they'll let us film in their business.
Yeah, and then we'll do giveaways.
We'll do amazing giveaways.
People can call in. We
So-
want people to call in on our interview segments. Maybe they have a question for the entrepreneur. Maybe they want to know how that entrepreneur got to where they are.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like it's so important for during our interview, segment to find someone that maybe is like an owner. If not, then it correlates with our theme for that. So we might visit, a retail store that's like, owned by a designer or something like this. And then we just like invite someone in that regard to come and talk and just, inspire
We don't care what
us.
you do, whether
We
you
don't
make
care what
shoes
you
for a
do,
living,
just so long
you
as you're
make
inspiring
pizzas, you're a
and-
baker, you're an economist, you're a psychologist, whatever it is, you do Botox, I mean, whatever it is.
Right.
We want
so
to
just
talk to you.
expect that you'll have someone that's super informative and really high energy and fun, that inspires, usually, but for now, I think we've decided just to kind of interview ourselves.
Yeah, because we've known each other a really long time.
Yeah.
How long has it
We're
been
going to tell
now?
you our story.
KJ and Lauryn G. Go back circa.
Maybe 14 years now?
Oh my God, is it?
Yeah, 14 years.
14 years.
We met in the big city, right? Mm-hmm. And it was like one of those things that was like love at first shoe sight.
Oh my God, it really was. I looked at your shoes. I said, "Oh my goodness, your shoes are so fabulous!"
Right. And
then
I
you
was
looked at my
like, I love your shoes.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then you were like, oh, great. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And you're like, what are you doing this summer? I'm like, oh, I don't know, just kind of,
doing nothing.
Doing the summer,
Yeah.
in the city. And you were, and I was like, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, well, I think I have to go back because I just broke up with my boyfriend.
Yeah, I did break up with my boy.
And I said, well, why don't you just stay for a couple of weeks?
You did say that. I'll never forget it.
Stay with me, which ended up for a couple of months. And that was okay because we just like, and then it was like, you went to get your MBA at Boston, and then we were still besties, right?
Yeah. And what I love is that you really supported me. You're like, you know what? Don't run out of town because you had a bad breakup. And I'm just telling you, ladies, whatever. If you've had a breakup, I get it. Like we've all had a bad breakup, and it's fine. It is okay. You can continue forward,
right,
in your quest for greatness and happiness,
right, and
Despite
also
that.
just make sure that you have a good core group of friends that support you, that help you, that lift you up and not like drag you down. And I think that was so important,
really
because I think at that same time I may have been breaking up with my boyfriend, so it was just like kismet that
that we
met
connected like
and
that.
we connected.
Look at the universe.
But then, so then after you graduate from MBA, right? Then
and
what
I was
happens?
back and forth. So what happens? Big stock market crash. So now it's Bernie Madoff with the embezzlement scheme for $65 billion.
And what were we doing at that time?
Oh my God,
We
were
were
in real estate hustling, okay, for that checks.
I am the
for the coins.
Consummate artist in the respect that I try my hardest to do my craft as an actor. And in the meantime, I take every single job that is like thrown in front of me. So I've had pretty much every single job known to man in Manhattan.
How many
right?
jobs have you had?
I can't even count them at this
You've
point.
been a waitress?
No, I was never a waitress.
Never a waitress. I was a waitress.
I tried to do the waitress
I can't.
thing.
Yeah.
That did
Kudos to
not
waitresses.
work. I was a hostess.
Okay.
I was a real estate agent. I was a shower.
Yeah.
What else was I? I was a babysitter.
You were a babysitter.
I was
you were a
an
co-check.
artist. a coat check,
Oh
all
my
these
God,
other
the
things.
stories from Coat Check.
Yeah.
We need to have a segment
Oh
called
my
Stories
gosh.
from Coat Check.
They're coming. I have met
Yeah.
every single celebrity known to man
Yeah.
at Boom Boom Room.
Wow. That's a good room still.
Oh, it's still beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a great location to work at, but unfortunately the hours are like grueling.
Yeah,
So
they
as an
are.
artist, you can't really
You can't really
move forward.
audition.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So yes, so then
Yeah.
we were in
We were
real
besties
estate.
in real estate. We were besties by that point. We were just
weren't.
kind of getting to
We
know
weren't.
each other, warming up.
But it
and
was
I
like
just knew
right
I had a
after
sister in the
9/11,
city.
right?
Yes.
It was right after 9/11.
The towers had already fallen.
Mm-hmm.
I was on set in Toronto with Bruce Lee on the set of The Tuxedo, and we learned on a transistor radio that the Twin Towers had fallen. And all of Toronto shut down, by the way, because we share so many people between our
Oh,
countries.
seriously?
Yeah.
That was
That-
so scary that day.
It was such a dead day, basically. Everything just...
It was. It stopped.
It stopped.
The city stopped.
The city
literally.
stopped. Toronto stopped, because all of our headquarters were in the States
Yeah.
at the Twin Towers.
I remember.
But,
I remember
yeah.
walking downtown to get to my apartment where I had to go, which was
Yeah.
only less than 10 blocks, and literally hordes of people walking uptown because that
my
was the
God.
only way that they could get from
You
here
couldn't
to
get
there.
on the subway.
No taxi. Everything was at a standstill. So crazy
So crazy
that we
So
could
what do you do?
experience that
that
together
in different
in different
dimensions.
dimensions,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then
Yeah.
we had the blackout.
yeah. We had the blackout for sure.
In
I was
the
in
city.
Toronto at that time. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, you
Everybody's
were?
like getting candles. You were in New York at the
I
time.
was in New York.
And I was back and forth between Toronto and New York, and like going, what are we gonna do? Is it Armageddon, like they said?
I know.
I mean, what happens in Armageddon? A lot of people seem to be preparing for civil war. There's someone they stopped recently who had a hit list for all the Democratic senators, and you are batshit crazy, boo. You are crazy as fuck if you think that this is the path to some type of freedom or solace or
Right.
If that's how you think you're going to resolve your issues.
Right.
Like, get it together. If you're deeply unhappy, you have to pursue in your quest no matter what. If you perish in your quest towards solving the world's greatest problems, then that's one thing.
Right.
If you die foolishly for nonsense, I mean, it's just such a waste to me.
Such a waste. I agree.
Yeah. So real estate didn't pan out for me. I was just like, it's one lease after the other. I was a terrible waitress, by the way. I'd gone to Puffy's place,
I know.
Justin's, right? But we were
You had
partying.
such high expectations. I know, but that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
When I was a hostess,
You're partying.
Any kind of, restaurant job, you're going to become very close with your coworkers.
Yeah.
And then it's just essentially becomes a huge party.
Yeah, it does.
For however long that you decide you want to work
For
there.
years.
Yeah.
A party for years.
Yeah. And so then, then you went to grad school. You came back. We had a film
You
company
came
together.
to my graduation,
We
which is
did,
amazing.
Which
You
was
and Haley
so
came. That was
amazing,
fantastic.
so cool. Love to Boston.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you moved back.
Yeah, I moved
Because you
back.
couldn't stay away from me and,
No.
and our partner in
I
crime,
couldn't.
Stefan.
I couldn't. And a place opened up for me, like serendipitously. I feel in life things happen serendipitously. The universe opens up to what you ask for.
Right.
So I was asking for a place, and a place opened up for me. I'll never forget it. And Haley said, "I'm moving to the country," which for New Yorkers is upstate New York, right? It's like the Hamptons or Long Island. So upstate we go. And upstate Haley goes, and I move.
In Brooklyn you go.
Brooklyn.
South Fork.
Biggie.
Oh my God, we had the best
my
parties.
God, did we not?
In that place.
That party was serious. Yeah. Paying
So
a lot
then-
of money in that rent.
So we were there for so long.
Yeah, we were there for
almost 10 years.
10 years. Look how that happened. From a shoe
In
convo.
Brooklyn.
From a shoe convo to a condo.
From a shoe condo to a condo, from a shoe combo to a condo, and then those 10 years flew
flew
girl.
by. Yeah. Flew
Yeah.
by,
So much
And then
fun.
what?
So
make
many
a little film together.
we had celebs in that
in there.
in those digs. We had Hasidic Jewish people in that in those
Everything.
digs.
Everything.
All of our parties,
Rastafari.
all the people that decided to
came.
come in the neighborhood,
had good
the
parties.
local drug dealer,
would
come.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just one of those times that was just like a lot about love.
Yeah.
You know, we had the signature wall in our bathroom that was
That everyone could
devoted
write
to
on.
whoever decided to want to write any kind of information, motivation, love,
Quote,
peace,
anything.
whatever, what have you. And in the meantime, we're having photo sessions, right? So we're like those artists that decide to like cohabitate and do art at the same time. It was a beautiful experience.
It really was.
Such
It
a
was a
beautiful
time of our
time.
lives.
Such a beautiful time, right?
We would do
We
runway
started
walk
our
on the
film
bar.
company there.
Started our film company. Went to Thailand together. Filmed in Thailand. You know.
And then what happened? And then we came back.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we were like, whoops, how did time go by so quickly? And how are we a little bit older and more mature now, right?
With no date.
With no date.
With no date. Because we did date in the city, didn't we?
Well, I mean, I had boyfriends.
You got dates.
I had boyfriends.
Yeah, I got dates
You know,
too.
I had the long-term boyfriends.
Yeah.
Which
But I
made it a
was
little
like
bit-
this. I was like, match, you know, plenty of fish. I'm like this. And I can't. I'm too tired.
I know, babe. I know. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, all you had in your brain was the baby.
Get the baby.
Until like those last few years that you just were like, I really want to have a baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I really
well, then
wanna have a
let's
baby.
have a baby.
Have a baby.
And you're like, but I don't have a partner.
You
I said,
didn't.
well, it'll
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't come, then who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
I
you're
cried
gonna have
about
a
that. I
baby, you
really
know?
cried about that. Yeah.
And then what happened?
Prayed on it.
You prayed on it. You prayed on it.
Prayed
And
on
then
it.
what happened?
Then came Kaya.
My God. Then came our little ray of sunshine.
Yes. Our little munchkin.
Oh my
Was
God.
born in New York. Can you believe that? And even then, scheduled to leave for Toronto.
The day
The
that you were
day.
supposed to fly out
Yeah, to Toronto.
She
to deliver
decides
the baby.
to be a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
She wants to be a New Yorker.
She wants to be a New Yorker.
This kid knew what she wanted
Yeah.
in the womb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
So crazy.
In the womb.
Yeah.
And ever since, she's had her life planned out the
Yeah.
way she wants.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? How does that happen? I don't know.
I don't know. Kismet.
Kismet. Kismet, serendipity. What are other words for that? The universe.
Destiny.
Destiny. God.
Yeah.
Like
Jesus.
serendipity. Jesus.
Mary, Joseph.
Allah.
Allah.
Rastafari. Bob Marley.
Oh.
Bob Marley.
Of course. Like,
Madre Teresa. Que el Dios te bendiga.
bendiga. Que Dios,
Que Dios te
le
bendiga.
bendiga.
There you go.
And then, of course, Gandhi.
Yeah.
You know, let's go back to India. I'm ready.
I know
Right?
you did love India so
did.
much. Yeah. So cheers to an amazing series.
cheers to
I
our
am ready
life.
for tea time
And I
with
can't
KJ
wait
and
to
Lauryn
meet
G.
some more amazing people.
Yeah.
And what's happening next,
Next week. So next week we're going to meet our entrepreneur. Okay, and her name is Julie, and she has Ziggy's on Bloor on College Street. Amazing entrepreneur. I remember meeting her and loving everything in her store. Like
Her store is impeccable.
Her store is impeccable. So I envision Julie designing my home. Like a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of you guys out there have goals, life goals, #life goals, and you want something specific for your life. Well, my life goal is I want Julie to hook up my personal space.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's so good like that.
So good.
Yeah.
Such beautiful everything.
Yeah.
Everything about her store.
Yeah, and you're going to meet what it's like to meet an entrepreneur, a woman who's doing it, has her store brick and mortar, as we say in entrepreneurship, and has all her stuff in there, beautiful for sale. And we will be having contests, guys. We do regularly hold contests and award seasons personally because we live for
Right.
that, no?
Yeah, so call in and generally we'll ask a question and
Yeah.
you can answer it from the segment previous,
Yeah.
then you get something free from the establishment that we're at.
That's it. And so for more info, of course, you're going to visit thetorchgta.com. Again, it's the Torch Media Newsroom online. And we just want to hear from you. We want to hear what you're thinking. We want to hear about what you mean by what you're going through. Sports, entertainment, fashion, life, and love, right? And all of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
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 And cheers to Toronto.
Cheers to Toronto.
Yeah.
And cheers to New York, right?
Thank you.
And also cheers to Boston and Paris, because we do love Paris.
And Austin, Texas?
And Austin, yeah. And Barbados.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much more to come. And we'll see you
Blessings,
soon.
yeah.
Blessings. Blessings all abound.
Yeah.